Well, welcome to the Hart and Simmons Coaches Show with Coach Jesse Burleson. I'm Al Pickett as the Cowboys get ready to take on Nelson University. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But last week moved the record to 6-0, 3-0 in the conference with a 34-16 win over East Texas Baptist. Coach, several things to cover in that game. First of all, you want to get off to a fast start. How about an 80-yard touchdown pass to Chris Sims on the first play of the game? That's a fast start.
You can't get much faster than that. And it was actually Coach Whitehead. He came in last the Monday before, and he drew it up, and he said, "I think this is going to be there." And then he told the team on Saturday morning before we made it, he goes, "This is exactly what's going to happen." And it was exactly like you said it was going to be. So that was a pretty good play design and great execution. That was a great start.
What a strange game in many ways. I'm going to take you through several things. First of all, you're up 14-7. They're driving to try to tie it up right before halftime, and Harrison Foster, for the second week in a row, intercepts the pass, returns it 97 yards for a touchdown, and then they block the extra point and return it the other way for 2 points. So in 3 seconds to go, you went from 14-7 ahead to 20-9. What a strange set of circumstances.
Yeah, we really liked the first part of the circumstance, and then just a little bit of lack of focus on the extra point there, and just didn't quite execute. And they have a really, really good player, number 11, who's about 6'7", 6'8", and so he just got a hand on the ball, and then after that the angles were not good to be able to catch that guy. So you hated that part of it, but the 97-yard pick six by Harrison, man, that was a great play, and that was a huge play in the game.
What a remarkable thing. 2 weeks in a row, he's had a pick six.
Yeah, if we can keep that going, that'd definitely be a good thing. We would all be in favor of that.
Then you sit through a lightning delay in the third quarter. It brought me back memories of time we went to Louisiana College and never got the second half played at all, or the home game against Howard Payne one year. I think you were here when 1 o'clock kickoff. I think we kicked off at 7 o'clock at night. That was a wild, crazy game.
Yep, and then had another delay and then finished that game till almost midnight. And the Louisiana College game, I was an assistant then, and I was handling all the travel and meals and everything. That was a really fun night. Coach Keelan was not happy with me, and I was like, I have no idea what to do. I can't get us out there to play or anything. We didn't even get to finish that one, but at least we got to finish the Howard Payne one for sure.
Well, and then you do get a pair of touchdowns from Ty Thompson, and then your defense pitches a shutout in the second half. Their only score was a fumble return. So defense really, 16 points they scored, but the defense only gave up 7.
Yeah, and unfortunately we had a chance to make a play on the 7 that we gave up, and we just didn't quite make the tackle there. Then two guys kind of got bumped into each other. It was just one of those, again, a strange play that happened in the game. But I thought our defense played excellent, and we had adjustments for everything, and we just had to make a few plays whenever we needed to. We definitely did that.
Who else you want to single out that really played well in the ball game?
There's several guys in that game, but I think Bodie Walters, who I think actually did the interview today, played just lights out. I mean, he was a dominant force in the middle there. Most people aren't going to notice when the guard has a great game. They don't notice those things, but he played really, really well. And then I thought, defensively, we just had, it's kind of the same thing. Caden Stuckey, he just kind of makes plays in the middle of that defense. But Hayden Hayes had a great game, had, I think, 2.5 sacks, a couple more tackles on that, so just several guys being able to step up and make plays when we needed them.
So you had 3 sacks and an interception, so you got pressure on the quarterback.
That was a big part of the goal, and I think, I don't know, I'm not sure how many times we actually hit him, but it was quite a few, and so that, you always want to try to affect the quarterback.
You take on Nelson University, and probably a lot of people watching this going, where's Nelson University? It used to be Southwest Assemblies of God. They changed their name. I can remember us playing in Waxahachie one time. So you've played them at least one time in the past, haven't you?
We have, yep. And it was kind of funny, too, because whenever I told, several people, they were like, we've never heard of them. I'm like, it was Sagu. They're like, oh, okay, I got it now. So, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. But NAIA program, they're in that center conference, so they play really good competition. We played Louisiana Christian, and that's in that same conference, and Texas Wesleyan, different teams like that. So I think everybody would be more familiar than what they think of just because of the name change. They may not have known that.
I believe they're 1-4 right now, and you have one common opponent in Louisiana Christian.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because if you look at that team, sometimes if you look at records before you watch the film, you kind of have an expectation of what it should look like, and they don't fit the expectation. I mean, they play really, really hard. I've been very impressed with their effort, and they have some really good players. I mean, they they fit the mold, and so I think that I think the record's a little deceiving in the kind of football team they have.
I saw a stat, and it's been a couple of weeks ago, but it had a listing of the top 12 passing quarterbacks at that point in Texas, all classifications. And, of course, Kyle Brown of your team was in that list, but also the Nelson University quarterback was in that. So, obviously, they throw the ball well.
Yeah, I mean, they've got talent, and he's a big kid. I mean, I think he's 6'5" or 6'6", and he can really sling it. And they've been again. I don't think the record's indicative of the kind of team they've had. I think they just had some bad breaks here and there. So we're going to have to be very, very well prepared.
Last non-conference game before you play the last three conference games. The approach any different for this?
No, it's actually we've ramped some things up. I mean, it's as you get to that point, whenever you're looking at where you need to go as a team. I mean, I think if you don't do anything other than try to improve every aspect of it, then you're selling your program short. And so we've added a few incentives into this week, some maybe a little more attention to detail. Obviously schematically you got to do the things you need to do, but we're really hammering home the tiny details because that's what's going to be the difference moving forward.
4 teams out of 49 who play football in Texas from junior college through Division I are still undefeated. You're one of the 4. It's been a great run so far, but obviously your goals are still up ahead of you.
Oh, they're all still in front of us. We've it's kind of our guys know. I say, what have we accomplished this week? Absolutely nothing. Last week was last week. The only thing you can do from it is learn and move on, and it's not going to do anything this week. So the focus is on where we go from here.
And finally, keys against Nelson.
It's exactly what we just said. I mean, if we think that anything's going to just happen because of something we've done in the past, and we're dead wrong. And I think our guys are mature enough to do that. The approach has been great this week so far. We've had a really good day yesterday, and obviously got to have a great one today. But I think the big thing is these guys understand that everything that we want is still out there. But we've got to go make it happen, and it's going to be all about us this week.
Good luck this week.
Thanks, Al. Appreciate it.
Jesse Burleson, that's the Hardin Simmons Coaches Show. Back with more after we take this time out.